Good evening, everybody. Bert here. It is Tuesday, August the 12th, and I am on my way for an evening mountain bike ride with my trusty steed, my Velotric Nomad 2 on the back of the truck. I'm at my place up in the Poconos, and I'm en route to Promised Land State Park in Northeast Pennsylvania. And I'm going to try a new loop today, just kind of diversify and see a little bit more of the park than I've seen in the past. Tonight I'm going to be doing the Tree Tower Trail, which will connect me to Bear Wallow Trail. From there I'm going to, for the first time, get onto something, I believe it's called the Crosscut Trail, and then ultimately onto the Climbs, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, trail. And then that'll bring me back out to a main road, which will have about a 3 or 4 mile ride back to the park and my truck. So I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm guessing this will probably be about 8 or 10 miles, probably nothing too crazy. But it's a nice little way to decompress after work. It's still 86 degrees, so it's going to be hot. And I think this route will be pretty dry. So looking forward to it. And for the first time, I'm making a little video of this. I actually brought my GoPros with me, and I'm going to try to make a little recording of the ride. So I will see you on the trail. Alrighty, here we are. Promised Land, just getting started here. And I'm going to start this loop. I really don't know how far it's going to be, so we'll see when we finish if I'm exhausted or if it was a good ride. Now you cross over. Now we're on the Tree Tower Trail. This isn't too far. Got a little bit of a ride. Then we'll connect up to Bear Wallow. So for the most part, this is just really nice single and double track. Obviously you can see it's a little overgrown with weeds. Not weeds, just it's not really maintained. But I think this is my 4th or 5th time coming here. And I really enjoy this little loop. As I said, I'm on the Tree Tower Trail. I don't really know what that means. But this will take me to something called Bear Wallow. And the key is going to be that I don't miss my first turn tonight. So if I do, I mean, it's still a really nice ride, but it gets into some real swampy areas, and both times I've gone that way, it's been really wet. But my Velotric handled it. Just had to use a little more pedal assist. I'm going through some swampy areas. Now I'm on Bear Wallow. I think I could have gotten straight to Bear Wallow from the parking lot, but I think I would have had to go through a campground or through the cabins or something. So I just don't even bother. I just go that way through Tree Tower. So right now I'm in trail mode, level 3 assist, and I'm in torque sensor. So this bike has both a cadence sensor, which means as soon as you Move the pedals, the motor kicks in, and it's mostly motor assist. Cadence feels more like a regular bike, and I found that that's the feel that I like. So like right now I'm in trail mode level 3. I'm pedaling in 6th gear out of 8. So I'm trying to get a little bit of a workout. Super rocky through here. Typical Pennsylvania trail. That's about as technical as it gets here. My preference when I get to an area that's a little challenging is I like to just bomb through it. So I may hit the throttle for a second just to give me a little extra boost if I'm not in a good gear. This is mostly grass through here. Every once in a while you go over a big old piece of granite boulder. First thing that happens is like right there, where I hit a hidden boulder with my pedal on the downstroke. But other than that, it's a nice little ride. It ain't a race. I'm going 7 miles an hour right now, probably more like, I average probably about 6 or 7 miles an hour. Dried up. But this is a nice little trail. You can see it's pretty basic, not super technical. This big old Velotric Nomad, more than capable of handling what's on here. These big old 4-inch fat tires will go through anything. I literally rode through here after a bunch of rain about a couple months ago, and I probably rode about 2 miles through a consistent 12 inches of mud and water. And it was pretty gross. It was pretty fun, but the bike handled it really, really well. Obviously got filthy, but the bike didn't even blink. All right, so here's my first intersection. I'm not sure what I do. Let me see. So you can see here, I'm at number 39. Let me look on my map. I've gone 1.5 miles so far. Okay, I make a right here. So I'm taking a right at Bear Wallow, and my goal is to get up to number 100, which my first intersection will be Trail 38. And I think when I get to that intersection, I'll be able to go to 100. So I'm going to make a right here and go out this way. I don't think I've ever been out here. And then if I remember right from the map, I will skip the first intersection, the first junction, and at the second junction I will make the run onto the Crosscut trail and see what happens there. Well, a little more overgrown here. I can't look too far ahead just because it's so overgrown I can't see any hidden obstacles. Again, I'm in 4th or 5th gear, I think. Using the throttle when I need it. give me a little extra boost. Go to downshift, down to 2. So now this marker here is marker 38. According to my directions I gave myself, I'm looking for 100. Hopefully those numbers aren't a bad omen, because I'm nowhere near 100 if we're counting that way. But nothing on this sign says anything about 100, so I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing on this trail here and trust that either the next or the second junction will be 100, and that's where I'm going to want to make a right. So let's hit it and see what happens. All right, here we go. So keep in mind that even with the assist, this is still a 100-pound bike with the motor in. I think it's about 94, 95 pounds. And you toss my fat butt on top of it, and we're about a 300-pound package close to it. 275. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. We only went about 200 yards. Here we are at intersection 100, and making a right here. And I'm going to take this. I'm looking for junction number 47. So we're going to go down this area that looks like hasn't had too much traffic. Let's see what happens here. I hope I have enough battery to last this. I thought I'd be okay, but the Burt facing cam is already giving me a low battery warning. I don't know what's going on up top with the forward facing camera. So I'm just going to use it sparingly and hope we get through this trip. Here's the first real hill I've encountered. It's kind of cool. Come on, bike, get me up there. All right. So I had to stand there, get up on the pedals, get up a little bit, but the pedal assist got me up. You know, and that's the beautiful thing about an e-bike. At my age, I'm not in the best shape. I'll be 59 in about a month. And I'm just glad I'm able to get out here. The alternative is I sat at home tonight and did nothing. So, don't yell at me for cheating. I'm happy I'm here. Now this is called the Crosscut Trail, I think for a reason, because on the map it looks like it takes me from one loop, the Bear Wallow Tree Tower loop, over to this Kleinens loop. So it crosses between the two, so I'm guessing that's why it's called Crosscut. So I was flying down here and I wasn't paying attention to this sign here for trail number 40, intersection 47. And you can see it says I can go left towards 48, right will take me to 51, or I can go straight on 50. So here's my bike. You can see I'm on the Kleinhans Trail. Let's call it that way. So the Kleinhans Trail is a loop. I can either go that way or I can go that way. And either way, it's going to take me to wherever straight connects me to. Straight is cheating because straight is shorter. This looks pretty cool. Right is what I planned on doing, but that looks like there hasn't been anyone back there in a little while. So I think I'm going to opt for going left. And I think left sounds like a pretty good idea. So here we go. A little trail, a little bridge here. Now you can see that little stream bed is bone dry. It hasn't rained in a couple of weeks. We're on a nice run of really good weather. I hit the go button on the camera pretty late there. I don't think you got that. That was a tree down across the trail, and the bike went pretty much right over it. Again, not that you can't do that with a regular mountain bike. You certainly can. But I think my point is, you know, just because we're a little older doesn't mean you can't get back here and enjoy and do some fun stuff like this. Don't have to stay on paved trails or on just gravel roads. Get back out there and enjoy the woods, folks. Your bike is way capable of doing the fun things you want it to do. I mean, I'm in knee-high grass right now pedaling through this. That's kind of cool. Woods. I'm guessing the intersection might be up here shortly. Wish I had the camera on a little bit back there. I hit an area that was really low and was still wet. Would have been a great example of the bike powering through a little bit of mud. It's nothing crazy, but just to see. Doesn't look like much of a trail, but either people just haven't been through here. I see one, I can't tell if this is a game trail. I can see it on the other side, so I'm just going to go through. I've got to be coming up to the junction shortly. This is my kind of ride through here. I love it when I'm in a tunnel of trees like this. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is interesting, coming out on some gravel. Okay, didn't expect this. Ah, this is the cut through. Okay, so here's the junction. If I had gone straight on cut through, it would have brought me here. All right, so now I just need to go around this gate. It's nice to know there's a nice little parking area here. Okay, so I'm at the junction where Climate's Trail comes out to PA, I think it's 507 or 590, one of the two. And so right up here in front of me, I'm going to get on the highway, not on the highway, but I'm going to get on a paved road. And I think I'm only about 2.5 miles back, if that, 2.5 miles back to the parking lot. Okay. All right, so here I am coming out Delaware State Forest, Kleinen's Trail, and I'm back on the road. So I think from here I've got about 2 miles or so to get to my car. I am in boost mode, level 5. So now we're going to make some time. Boost level 5. I'll do about 23, 25 miles an hour. comfortable pace. A little bit of wind through my hair to cool me off. Entering back into Promised Land State Park. Okay, this isn't the normal parking lot. I drove a little bit further because the other way wouldn't have really taken me past the lake. So I wanted to go past the lake. There we go. There's the main lake at Promised Land. There's fishing. Hey guys. I've never been out on this lake. I'm gonna have to bring my kayak over sometime. Love to go over here and fish. Another ride I do is a loop around the lake, which is about a 12-mile loop. That's a really nice ride. I just want something a little bit different, like getting in the woods, getting on the gravel, or off the gravel and into the weeds. You can see it's a really nice place. And here we come back to the car. And that is the end of another Bert's adventure. It was a short one, but it was a good one. All right, bike's loaded back up on the truck. Finished that little ride. That was nice. It was about 7.2 miles, I think. It was only about 45 minutes, but it was a nice ride on a beautiful night. So, hope you enjoyed that going along. And again, guys, you got these bikes, get out there and enjoy yourselves, man. Do something more than just be on the roads and on gravel. Enjoy yourselves. Get out there and have a little adventure.